Hello, everyone. I'm Cynthia Mohammed.
Hi, my phone reconnected. It did a spin. I'm Cynthia Mohammed, and I come to you today as a human rights consultant. I put out a celebration early, but I want to explain to you the what the ICC is, and what is their significance. So you know for yourself. So when you start hearing it, because this don't happen like everything else happens, but it's very effective. Okay. When the International Criminal Court, and that's what the ICC is, it's international. Okay. All countries are in it in, except the bullies. The bullies aren't in it. Israel, Israel, Russia, the United States, China, not in it. South Korea, not in it. Okay, the bullies are not in it, or the people who would possibly be bullies. Okay, and what happens is they bring charges and they issue a warrant, and it sets off a complex chain of events, very complex, with varying impacts on the accused. Right now, it's Donald Trump. Donald Trump is the United States. Okay, even though the person that will be held accountable and be tried is him. Okay. Um. So here's a breakdown of what happens. The Trying to do this before the sun go down because I'm outside and I don't want to move. The immediate legal process at the ICC. First, the prosecutor's office, they receive complaints, one of which I put in a 56-page complaint. They conduct a lengthy, confidential investigation to establish reasonable grounds to believe crimes were committed. Crimes like genocide, crimes against humanity, war crimes, oppression, and aggression. And if they've been committed, then a warrant, if they request a warrant for this person's arrest, they present that to the pretrial chamber of judges and they get a warrant. Okay. Now, once the judges review the evidence, and if they satisfied, they will issue the warrant. And then from there, it gets transmitted to all the countries, to all the countries, all the countries all the countries that's, let's just say all the countries, except the ones that are not part of the ICC. This warrant gets issued. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, the impact on the individual charged or the accused. Yeah, the warrant gets issued. And in the ICC countries, there's currently 124 of them. They are legally obligated to apply, to comply rather. Okay, travel and mobility. This is what happens when they put a warrant out for a person's arrest. This is where not Yella's in this position. Putin is in this position right now. There's a couple of other leaders in this position. Their travel and mobility, he's going to become a virtual prisoner here in the United States. Mm-hmm. The only place he can go is in a non-ICC country, because as soon as he touches down in an ICC country, they are obligated to detain him and turn him over to the Hague, and he will be met for trial. Okay. Um. So that means international movement. He won't be able to go. He got businesses all over there, all over, real estate all over. He can't go to. Hmm. Then let me see the diplomatic isolation. That's what's going to happen. They're going to isolate him. You know how the United States, we're big on this, putting sanctions on people. We here and get sanctions on us because the ICC countries are not supposed to do business with someone who has been who has a warrant out for them. Because their ultimate goal is a trial, you know, for him to face trial at the Hague. And if he convicted, he can get a maximum of 30 years for each crime. Hmm. So he can't move nowhere. He can't go nowhere. Anywhere he goes. So you won't be seeing him out and about. That means as a president, he is locked down. He can't attend summits. These are the things that he liked because he liked being up in people's faces, grinning, skinning, and grinning. He ain't gonna be able to do that. Now, I'm not. Let me see. Don't forget. Say okay. Then, the impact of the country of the accused. Let me tell you what's going to happen with the impact of the country. If you are doing business and you have your supplies or anything that's coming from anywhere other than China, China's not part of it. They're not part of the ICC. So the ICC really can't do nothing to them. They just if they continue to send their supply through. But all those other countries, like Europe said, they put their agreement on hold. Now these tariffs that he said that he put down there, tariffs can't work if you ain't got no people to put tariffs on. Can't work. It just can't work. But you can't get products from there either. Okay? Temperatures just change abruptly. I started to get shiver. Okay, let's see the impact on the country. Um, I got notes here because I don't want to. When my thing is, I got a YouTube channel coming up. It's called Truth, Nothing But the Truth. When I give you, it's gonna be the truth. Okay. The sovereignty challenge. The state often views the warrant as a profound insult. I'm sure when he gets it, you'll know when he gets it because he'll start sending out texts and going berserk. But he gonna go berserk. They can't do this to me. We not part of them. They don't mean nothing. No, they can't even arrest him. The ICC can't don't. It's the partners, all the other people that now got to go into place. So everywhere you go now, you got an enemy. It's almost like John Wick. You know how John? I don't know for those who watched the John Wick series when he finally got became contraband. Okay, let me hurry up so I can go eat my good. I made a bean stew. Oh, sausage and bean stew. I tasted it before I came out. The supporting states face pressure if they don't defend the rules. So all those other countries, if they don't, if they decide to say, okay, I'm going to stick with the United States, then they're going to get sanctioned too. Things are going to happen to them too. And that's the thing about people. They don't want to go. They don't want to do that. Let me see. The opposing states may rally around the accused, offering political support and condemning the ICC. And if they do that, y'all talking world war three. That's what you're talking about. And this is kind of scary actually because this is going to upset him abruptly. It is because he's a child, and it's going to upset him. He's going to throw a temper tantrum, and I sure hope whoever's got This man has nuclear codes, and he really don't care about nobody else, no other country. You know, and actually over there in Switzerland, they over there, they on alert for what he might do. Not just Greenland. Let's see what else. So sanctions, what sanctions mean is people can't import stuff to you, people can't export stuff to you. Um, they don't do business. Legal obligations. The core treaty obligation is clear. Arrest and surrender the suspect if they enter your territory. This is a binding and legal agreement. In the political dilemma, this can cause a diplomatic and a political headache. Mm-hmm. I wonder would his Secret Service stand down? Just a thought. In balancing relations, all credibility for the United States is done. Done. We would have to survive on our own. Maybe Israel help us, but we've been helping Israel because of not yellow. Not yellow. It can't nobody help Israel because he's sanctioned. Can't nobody help Putin but somebody that ain't sanctioned. That's the reason why they trying to form that little trifecta. But if we can hold out to the election, y'all stay in the streets because he ain't going anywhere. I don't think. Sometimes he thinks that if he really thinks that the law that they can't touch him, because the ICC is international. They have nothing to do with the Supreme Court and all our stuff. Nothing. They have jurisdiction. Yeah. Oh my. Let me give you some key real world examples. Omar Bashar out of Sudan. He traveled to several countries until finally somebody decided to let him sit somewhere. So if Trump decided to run, he'll probably run to Russia because he don't want to run Israel because Israel right now he considers them a shithole too because of all the bombing and breakdown and all that stuff. And they still got active war going on over there, even though they're in a ceasefire. People dying every day. Vladimir Putin from Russia, his warrant is severely strict. He's restricted to his land. Only place he can come is here. He don't go to Israel. What they say, the Uhuru Kenyatta out of Kenya, they put charges on him, but then they later pulled those. So, but now you can not yellows on there, and these warrants stay active until they're executed. In other words, even if he manages to finish his presidency, then if he manages to do that, then he gonna face our courts at the highest level. If we win the election, y'all, that's the reason why everybody gotta go vote. Everybody, everybody. If we win the election, then they already have the articles of impeachment. There are 7 of them, all of them crimes. See, because first, the impeachment is what they do the basis for the justification for him to be impeached and to be maybe be removed. But if he is removed, he gets some handcuffs. He gets him some handcuffs. And now his charges changed because of him being in office and his own rhetoric. His charges changed because before they wasn't going for mutiny and sedition and treason. They wasn't going for what is punishable by death. They didn't think they could prove it or get it, or it would be too difficult a task. So they was going for the lesser thing. They still going. The lesser thing is still in there too. The fact that he was trying to take away the Americans' people's rights and voice. Lesser charge. But treason and insurrection, that's punishable by death. And the classified documents, all the ones he had, one document could possibly get you life. I mean, he had, they said, over 30 cases. How many pieces of paper you can put in a case? I was in the military. We had to pack everything. That's a lot of paper. Mm-hmm. So, the ice is a weight gain, but in the process, things gonna start happening. So for you, if you're a business owner, I would start looking for alternative ways to get what I need. I think China's gonna hold. Hey, China's still gonna do business because China is not who. China is not yelling. China is just trying to get their people up and do the right thing. So economics, and but they set themselves up if they can take care of themselves because they actually got the best military. More armament, more. They got nuclear arms, they got more personnel, and they train better. So no, but they ain't use it. They don't intend to use it unless they have to. Unless they have to. So with that, I hope you all got educated on the ICC, you know, and know that God is working on things because He shall see justice. He shall see justice. You all have an absolutely wonderful night. I need to go. Peace out.